Hi, how are you? I'm Grace of Living Victorious with Grace. You friend are so very loved. I hope you've had a good day. I hope you're feeling good. I hope life is that you're blooming and that you're in good soil and that you're trusting in God's hands, because God is the master gardener in life, and he puts us in good soil and he gives us hope and peace and joy. And sometimes we have to let God be God and just surrender and put our hope in something that is more lasting than this fleeting life. This life is so fleeting, friend. If you don't know me, by the way, I'm Grace. I make inspiring videos hoping to bring you closer to God in the midst of your suffering, in the midst of your struggles, because I've honestly been through anxiety and depression, and I've survived it, and sometimes I still do struggle. The human existence is struggling, but, my whole life is a God story. Um, from when I was born to now, it's been a whirlwind. It's been quite a beautiful thing to experience and to live and to grow. And I've learned a lot, and I hope that you deeply care about your life and the next life, because this life, like I said, is fleeting. It's not going to last forever. We're someday going to get to the end of our lives, and God is going to meet us and say, look, did you love me well? Did you love your friends well? But he's also going to, be so merciful and love us, and he loves us so deeply. And I believe in the Catholic faith. I don't know what faith you believe in, but honestly, I hope you know how extremely blessed we all are to be alive. And one of the things Jesus said that's coming to mind is he said that if you want to live a good life, give to other souls. Give no matter how broken you feel. Just start with that one small step. I understand, if you have felt crippled by different things in your life, if you don't feel crippled, that's okay. But if you do feel crippled, I hope you do something with your heart, because your heart is beautiful. It's a beautiful way to express yourself, to do things and to love others well. And I hope that, speaking from my past, I've given so much of myself. Sometimes I forget to live in the moment, forget to enjoy life, and I ultimately love to express myself through music and art, and I love to heal, I love to grow, I love to become all God has created me to be, and I love him very deeply. I love God, because without God, who would I be? God is the center of my heart. He has helped me so much. And when, you have to connect with God, because honestly, loving other people is good, yes. Loving your life is good, yes. But, why don't you connect with God? He deeply needs you. He just really does. He needs you to, love other people well, or love him well. And prayer brings us so much out of us. Today even, I went with a friend to the Adoration Chapel, and we prayed. And after that, I felt so much peace, so much joy. And it comes from those little interactions with God, that you love him and he loves you, and you see yourself through God's eyes. You start recognizing how little you are and how big God is. And God, Saint Padre Pio is an example of a little saint. He had such amazing spiritual capabilities, but he remained little and humble, and he's like, God, why would you give me this? Why would you give me these sufferings? Why would you like, no, like, not these sufferings. He will always accept the sufferings humbly. He said to God, like, why would you give me these special graces? Like, who am I, God? He saw himself as little and humble. He saw himself as God's child. And when you spend a lot of time with God, that's how you feel. You feel like, who am I, God? Like, am I so great? No. God, you are the great one. Am I, like, it humbles you. Saint Therese of Lisieux, she was a very beautiful saint. And I'm getting off on tangents, guys, but I just love the saints. And Saint Therese said, like, look, like, you don't have to be something so magnificent. You don't have to go out, be so big, you know? You can be so, like, God genuinely gives you your life, and you don't have to keep yearning for something more. If he puts it in your heart, okay, but, like, most of life is living the daily stuff, like, and you gotta be so happy with, like, the way that God made you, and you gotta be, like, if you feel like you can't grow to sainthood, then why don't you let Jesus help you? That's what she says, like, let Jesus carry you, and do your everyday things with great love. Like, do something you can do, instead of beating yourself up over, like, I should do better, or you should be this, why don't you start, like, loving others? And sometimes, like, guys, these videos, they speak to my own heart, you know? Like, I sometimes deeply want to do things more, or I want to heal from, like, past things, but, like, it starts with small steps, and it starts with remaining humble and little. And one of my favorite saints is him, Saint Carlo Acutis. He's a millennial saint, and he said, like, feed the poor, and he said, keep your eyes on Jesus, because that's where our happiness is. Taking our eyes off of ourselves, focusing on them, on God. And he said, like, surrender, you know, like, he said he was a very happy person, you know, this Carlo Acutis. I think it's because he recognized, you know, how beautiful God is, and he became a very holy person just by receiving the Eucharist often, and the Eucharist, you know, and he just is, you know, and there's Padre Pio right there. And so I really sincerely hope that you strive to become a saint. And a saint is just somebody who lives up to their whole capabilities, you know? There's so much joy to be held in this world today. You just have to give love a chance. You gotta give yourself a chance. And that today is a day worth living, you know? If you were created, we are all meant to be saints, guys. All of us. Like, the world is not going to tell you that very often. Nope. I'm not going to say go be a saint. But did you know who says that? God. He says to feed the poor. He says care about other people besides yourselves. He says love very well, because I created you for love. It's what brings you joy. It's like why Mother Teresa, she had nothing, but she had all the joy, because she was serving and giving, and that brings us joy. So if you have, like, you feel like your life is meaningless, you get caught up in fear, if you get caught up in anxiety, like, or toxic thoughts, you know, does anybody else have toxic thoughts? I don't know, sometimes I do. You gotta just trust and surrender those to Jesus, and he will sustain you. He's a good God, okay? And I hope deeply that you care about Jesus, because Jesus cares about you. Created you, died for you. Yeah, habit stack, guys. Like, if you find hard time praying, why don't you habit stack? Like, okay, social media time, but then I pray the rosary, or like pray the rosary and social media time.